Let's talk about my school's response to coronavirus. It's nice out today, so I thought I would come into my backyard. But anyway, the main topic of this video is going to be Northeastern's response to coronavirus and the way that they treat their students. Because I think that anyone out there who is considering a college to enroll in this next fall before May 1st should first look at how the universities handled the coronavirus problem, because my gosh, there's been a huge difference in how certain schools handled it. So let's look at the timeline, right? Monday, March 2nd, Northeastern, this was during our spring break, Northeastern sent out an email saying that if you are coming back from China, South Korea, Italy, or Iran, then you'd have to self-quarantine for 14 days, which is very understandable. But they didn't say where you would self-quarantine, which I found to be a wee bit problematic, but it's whatever. I wasn't traveling from any of those places. I was coming back from Germany. Then the next Sunday, March 8th, which was when I had just arrived back in the US, they said that their Seattle and San Francisco campuses were closed, but the Boston campus was still working, and they were not planning on evicting anyone at the moment. So everybody was like, okay, it's fine. Like, we're doing great. Tuesday, March 10th, they said that they stopped all university travel and that their dialogues were moving online. There were going to be no more large gatherings, and they posted up a useless website of COVID guidelines and COVID updates, but the updates were just copy and pastes from their emails that they sent the whole student body. And they just told us basically to wash your hands, so that was cute. Thank you for that. Thursday, March 12th, they said that we were all online, and they said that the campus would remain open. Keyword here being remain open. So they basically screwed over all the professors when they said that we were suddenly going online, but like, what can you do? It's an epidemic, it's fine. Saturday, March 14th at 4 p.m., they sent out an email that stated, "We are requesting that all students who reside in Northeastern residence halls complete their end of semester move out no later than Tuesday, March 17th, 2020 at 5 p.m. So let's do the math here. They sent it out at 4 on a Saturday, and they want us to be gone by the next Tuesday. I got a C in calculus, but according to my calculations, that is approximately 73 hours for people to move either down the street, out of state, across the country, or, in the case of some people, book international flights, which are not cheap. Another important note is that I said that this email was sent at 4 p.m. on a Saturday. They referenced a organization at school called We Care, which are people that are supposed to help students in tough situations. But the time that they sent it out, the office was closed, housing was closed, every single office on campus was closed because every single office on campus closes at 3:30. Do you see what I'm getting at here? That's shady AF. So there were lines outside of the UPS near school. Of course, they ran out of boxes for people to book last-minute storage. The whole campus was in shock. Everyone's phone was blowing up. I immediately called my parents, and so did my roommates. People were freaking out. All the professors did not know that this was happening. So then on top of my text messages blowing up, my emails were also blowing up from professors who were equally as stunned as we were. They sent out a follow-up email at 7:51 p.m., which said that you could petition to stay, but that petition turned out to just be you sending out an email to a random council, and also petition to stay in the dorm because she was on co-op and she didn't want to lose her job. But they didn't respond to her until I think Monday or Tuesday. I'm gonna write what day they responded to her because it was absolutely egregious, the time frame that they had. Anyway, but in that follow-up email, they said that they prorated our tuition. They canceled classes Monday and Tuesday, which is the least that they could do. And they also said that co-ops had to leave, which means that a lot of people had to end their co-op short. They received full credit for it, but if you were banking on making that money for 6 months, girl. So the next day, Sunday, March 15th, UPS is still out of boxes. We went to a separate location, also out of boxes. I heard from a friend of a friend, not the university, that Northeastern was giving away boxes for free. So we got them. That night at about midnight, I heard from our meme collective group on Facebook that Northeastern was also doing free storage. But the catch is, they didn't tell anyone about it. They didn't send out a mass email like they did with these other eviction notice emails, basically. I found out through my students' Facebook group that's put up for fun that they were doing free storage. Also, they weren't even doing free storage for off-campus housing if you're moving off campus next year, which a lot of the student body is. So really, that would only benefit a small percentage of the student body, but they already paid for all of it. It's whatever. Actually, the meme collective from the student body and also just club groups and sororities and fraternities were all basically the heroes of this story, because there was immediately a spreadsheet put up in all of those different groups of students who were offering to help you move out, to help store your stuff for a period of time, couches to sleep on, sublets were opening up, and it was just great to see that. But none of that was being provided by the university. They did not help people book flights. Even my international friends, they didn't help them book flights at all or help pay for them. They provided storage, but they didn't tell anyone about it. And then also, on top of all of this, they gave us 73 hours to move out of our dorms, when other universities gave them more or less a week, 2 weeks. I know Harvard gave them at least like 4 days, which seemed crazy at the moment, but honestly, like, I would take 4 days over 73 hours, so like, it's whatever. In summary, for all you people trying to figure out where to enroll for school in September, know what your school is doing to its students in times of crisis. Northeastern caused mass panic at a time when offices were closed. They did not advertise help to students, and overall they just did a horrible job of communicating throughout the whole week leading up to this. Throughout all of spring break, they just did absolutely the worst job possible communicating any of this. Am I glad that I got out of Boston before stuff got really bad? Sure, I'm glad that they had us leave. But other schools in the area handled it way better and reacted much faster than Northeastern did. So that's my 2 cents. But when in doubt, you can always count on the meme collectives. It's raining!